So do visit AKS IAS Academy and also the website of AKS IAS Academy. And about me, I am Sandeep Bhushan and my credentials are: I have 10 years of teaching experience for civil services. I teach international relations and internal security and the analysis of the Hindu newspaper. And this session will certainly be helpful for you because throughout my session I would be emphasizing on the importance of keywords and key phrases, and by emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases we will identify the importance of factual, analytical and conceptual questions which will be very useful for preliminary examination. And also, while you imbibe the keywords and the key phrases in your answer writing, your answers in the mains examinations would be precise and concise, and you will certainly score higher marks in the mains examinations. So therefore, this session, that is the daily news analysis, will certainly help you to score higher marks in the mains 2020 as well as in the prelims and mains 2021. So do follow the entire session of AKS IAS Academy daily news analysis. And this session is in regards to the daily newspaper analysis of the Hindu newspaper of today's, that is 28th of November 2020. And before we get into the DNA of the newspaper, the quote of the day is: I never dreamed about success, but I worked for it. So what is important is, rather than dreaming, it is always necessary that you need to work for your success. And before I get into the DNA, I would say a very good morning to everyone. A warm welcome to all who are in the live and also in the live chat for the AKS IAS Academy daily news analysis. Gauri Naidu, Malvika Sajivan, D. Suvarna, all of you a warm welcome to AKS IAS Academy daily news analysis. And now we will focus at the DNA of the Hindu newspaper. And the news what we would be focusing is that the Supreme Court has given a clarion call, that is an urgent and important call to the judges to protect the personal liberty. Here what is the keyword is personal liberty. So the Supreme Court has said in regards to protecting the rights of the ordinary people in regards to the bail. So the keyword is protecting the personal liberty and the right of an ordinary people to bail, saying that the Supreme Court in turn has said that the liberty is not a gift for few, but it is a gift for each and every citizen of India, especially the ordinary citizen who is not having or who do not have the means and resources to approach the high courts or the Supreme Courts. And definitely there are various other cases which are being pending or languishing in the jails of and that are in regards to the under trials. So definitely the court has reminded and it has given a clarion call to all the judges in the high courts and the Supreme Courts that it is necessary to protect the personal liberty and the right of ordinary people in regards to granting bail to them, and made it very clear that liberty is not a gift for the few. So this can be the key phrase in regards to the mains examination 2020. Liberty is not a gift for few. Comment. Liberty is not a gift for few. Comment on it. So definitely you need to get into the mode of why the Supreme Court has given a clarion call, and it has also made it very clear that, or it has reminded that it is necessary that the personal liberty of each and every individual has to be protected, and also the granting of bail also should be taken into consideration, as it is a right of an ordinary people and liberty is not a gift for few of them. And definitely the bench which has looked at and the bench which has given the judgment, that is by Justice Chandrachud, has observed that the instrumentality of the bail, that is in providing the bail, that it is in regards to the criminal justice system, wherein it is the primordial interest in regards to the instrumentality of the bail in preserving the presumptions of innocence. So definitely what is important is that the criminal justice system's prime interest is in preserving the presumptions of innocence found in most of the eloquent expressions. So what is that is been focused and emphasized by the Supreme Court judgment is that the instrumentality of the bail or the granting of bail, the prime interest is in preserving the presumptions of innocence. So definitely what is the innocence is definitely looked into, and that is the most eloquent expression which is focused and highlighted by the Supreme Court in the judgment in regards to giving a clarion call, and the court reminding to the judges to protect the personal liberty and the right of ordinary people for grant of bail. So now we will look at why the news, or why it is that we need, why the Supreme Court has actually come into the judgment of talking about the bail. This is a key word here, because definitely we need to look at liberty is not a gift for few, but what is the necessity for the Supreme Court to give a clarion call and remind to the judges in regards to the granting of bail. We will focus in regards to that. So this is, the Supreme Court has said that the remedy of bail, that is granting of bail, is this solemn expression of the humanness of the justice system. So definitely the judiciary or the justice system, in regards to the justice system, the remedy of bail is this solemn expression of the humanness. So definitely humanness is the one which is taken into consideration in regards to the granting of bail, that is the liberty, that is the liberty. So here the expression is liberty. What you need to focus, that could be very, very important while you are mentioning or writing an answer in the mains examination, and this also can be taken into consideration as the mains examination question for the mains 2020. That is, the remedy of bail is the solemn expression of the humanness of the justice system. Discuss. So you need to know why the UPSC would bring in this question, if at all, so you need to understand what are the Supreme Court verdicts and what it is talking about. So it is talking about liberty and it is talking about the remedy of bail. So these are the two keywords which you need to focus, that there could be a possibility of question being framed in the mains examinations. And the courts were the first line of defense against the deprivation of citizens' personal liberties. So again here the court, when we look at the courts, are definitely the first line of defense for the common or the ordinary people in India, or the citizen of India, wherein many of them are unable to move or approach the high courts and the Supreme Court, and that is the courts are now definitely the first line of defense against the deprivation of citizens' personal liberty. So the person's liberty, that is in regards to the remedy of bail, is the humanness of the justice system, and definitely the courts are the first line of defense in regards to providing citizens or protecting citizens' personal liberty. So there is lot in this news what we are taking up in regards to the DNA of the newspaper. Please do focus from polity perspective, from both prelims as well as mains perspective, because we have the justice system, humanness, personal liberty, solemn expression, remedy of bail, first line of defense, and the verdict has also gave detailed reasons for the top courts why, that is in regards to the decision of the grant which has been bail which has been granted to the Republic TV editor-in-chief, that is Arnab Goswami's. In Arnab Goswami was actually being framed in a case, that is in a case that pertains to abetment to the suicide case on November 19th. So now you have to link the Supreme Court verdict or Supreme Court's clarion call and reminding the judges the importance of the personal liberty and granting of bail, linking that with the verdict or why the Republic TV editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami was being framed in regards to the abatement of suicide case, and in the abatement to suicide case the Supreme Court has granted bail to Republic TV. Now the judgment or the verdict or the clarion call to the judges by the Supreme Court is a detailed reason or detailed expression or detailed explanation by the apex court, that is Supreme Court, in regards to the verdict, that is the decision to grant bail to the Republic TV editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami, who was filed or who was framed in the abatement to suicide case. Please do understand, the Supreme Court verdict, you link it with the abatement to suicide case of Republic TV editor-in-chief. Then only you will understand the importance, or you will definitely get into the mode of the linking of the personal or protecting the citizens' personal liberty and the remedy of bail, which the court is the first line of defense. And this verdict has given the detailed reasons of why the Supreme Court has granted bail to Republic TV editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami in the abatement to suicide case. And the judgment also said that prima facie evaluation of the FIR which was filed against the Republic TV editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami did not establish the ingredients, that means did not establish the main facets of the offense of abatement suicide against Arnab Goswami. That is why Arnab Goswami was granted bail by the Supreme Court in the abatement to the suicide case. And the court also has declared that the doors of the Supreme Court cannot be closed for an ordinary person or a citizen of India who is able to establish, a person who is able to establish that the prima facie in regards to the one which has been provided by the state is definitely being weaponized for using the force of criminal law. If an individual or a citizen is able to establish a prima facie that the state is being weaponized for using the face of criminal law, then definitely the court can grant bail, as it has been granted. The court has granted bail to the Republic TV editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami. So definitely this is a very conceptual understanding what you need to get into the mode of polity perspective for prelims as well as main. So I would just say that protect the personal liberty is a keyword here. Right of ordinary people to bail is a keyword. Liberty is not a gift for a few is a keyword. And then definitely remedy of bail is a solemn expression of humanness of justice, and court is the first line of defense against the deprivation of citizens' personal liberty. And definitely the one who is able to provide or who is able to establish an ingredients of the offense, that the prima facie evaluation of the FIR is definitely a weaponized, used by the state and using the force of criminal law. So this is the most definitely the importance of the prelims and mains perspective for polity point of view. And Madhu has joined. A warm welcome to you, Madhu. And the another news which talks about is about the GDP, that is India's gross domestic product, which has contracted 7.5% in the second quarter of 2021. In the second quarter of 2021, the estimates which have been released by the NSO, that is National Statistical Office, has made it very clear that the India GDP has contracted to 7.5%. That is, it is minus 7.5% in the second quarter of 2021. But wherein if you look at in the first quarter, the GDP was minus 23.9%. But definitely there is a positiveness That means the decline or the contraction is moving in a positive direction from minus 23.9 percentage to minus 7.5 percentage from first quarter to the second quarter. So this is definitely a positive trend which is moving forward, but still the GDP of India is in the weaker side, that is in the minus 7.5 percentage, and now the country has entered into technical recession because of the two successive quarters which have shown in the negative growth. So definitely in the first quarter it is minus 23.9 percentage the GDP was representing, and in the second quarter it was minus 7.5 because of the two first and second quarters which are successively in a negative growth. So India has now entered into technical recession. This is the key word, please do understand. This is the key word, that India is now entered into the technical recession because of two successive quarters, first quarter and second quarter, which have shown a negative growth, that is minus 23.9 percentage in the first quarter and 7.5 percentage in the second quarter. And definitely most of the rating agencies have estimated India's growth or GDP in contraction around 10 percentage, that is minus 10 percentage, but the RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, has projected India's GDP as 8.6 decline in the second quarter, that is to the minus 8.6 percentage. And Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has earlier also suggested that economy would be in a positive trend from the contraction or from the negative side to the zero growth in the 2021. So definitely the Finance Minister is also hoping for the best, that from the negative trend it would be, the GDP or the growth would move from the negative to the positive, or at least zero. From minus it would be zero to plus. So definitely it is the Nirmala Sitharaman, it's hoping that the economy would recover to minus to zero, if not plus, if not in a positive growth. So definitely there is a growth, but at least this growth could be attained to record near zero growth in 2021. So this is very important in regards to the economy, that is the growth or the India's GDP growth of India in regards to or on the sidelines of the COVID-19 pandemic situation, how the economy has come to a standstill, or else the economy has been badly hit. And if you look at all this, agriculture is the only sector which has recorded growth and which has grew, that is which was positive even in the second quarter with 3.4 percentage, and manufacturing sectors has sharply recovered to 0.6 percentage growth, comparing it with the first quarter which was 39.3 percentage negative. And if you look at electricity and other utility services, it is 4.4 percentage growth, wherein in the first quarter it was minus 7 contraction. And if you look at other sectors, because here we are talking about 8 core sectors, and I have focused on these 8 core sectors and what are these core sectors in my previous lectures. So do follow the importance of core sectors, 8 core sectors. And if you look at the other sectors, that is mining, services such as trade, hotels and construction, have been a bleak, that means not much of positive growth. So definitely based on all these 8 core sectors growth, the Chief Economic Advisor Krishnamurthy Subramaniam has said that the recovery in India would be a V-shaped recovery, and this is a keyword, V-shaped recovery. And he also made it very clear that the recovery what is being going on now in the progress gradually, that it is difficult to be sure. He has made it very clear that it is difficult to be sure that there would be a positive growth, That means return to the positive growth in the remaining 2 quarters of the fiscal year, that is 2021. So they are expecting zero growth, but they are not sure that there would be a positive growth. Please do understand that. That means minus to zero. That is what the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said, that there would be the growth from negative side to the zero rather than positive side. And definitely the Chief Economic Advisor Krishnamurthy Subramaniam has also said that it should be difficult about the positive growth which would return in the next 2 quarters. And I have also spoken about these different kinds of recovery in my earlier sessions, also lectures, that is types of recovery. I did talk about V-shaped, U-shaped and W-shaped. So definitely you also should look at different types of recovery, what I have also explained in my previous lectures. So do follow my previous lectures in regards to the different types of recoveries, V-shaped, U-shaped, W-shaped also. So this is again very important for economy, that is the growth and the 8 core sectors which are very important for India's GDP growth in a positive trend. And the another news which talks about, which we have looked at just couple of days, that the Supreme Court has reserved the case in regards to providing or 50% quota in the admissions in super specialty medical courses or admission in super specialty medical courses, wherein Tamil Nadu and Kerala provides 50% of reservation in the super specialty medical courses. But again, the Supreme Court which has reserved the case, and it said that it will be hearing it in the month of February 2021, but it has now come up with a direction, or it has, the Supreme Court has said or directed the counseling session which is being conducted for the admissions to the super specialty medical courses in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. It said for the year, at least for the academic year 2021, the Supreme Court has directed the counseling that they should not, or they should go ahead with the counseling without providing reservation for the in-service doctors. This is the keyword. So the Supreme Court has directed the Tamil Nadu and Kerala super specialty medical courses admissions to go ahead with not providing reservation to the in-service doctors, at least for the academic year 2021. And the statement or the direction is been given by the bench, that is Justice L. Nageshwar Rao, saying that as the admission process is in the final stages, so at this moment we cannot permit reservation for the in-service doctors for this academic year, that is 2021. But in regards to the entire question of having a in-service reservation for the, or providing reservation for the in-service doctors of 50% in Tamil Nadu and Kerala would be heard, or the Supreme Court will hear it in detail in the month of February 2021. That is, it will look at the question of law of providing 50% reservation. 50% reservation would be looked at only in the month of February 2021. But as of academic year 2021, for the academic year 2021, the counseling for the super specialty medical courses admission will take place without providing reservation for the in-service doctors, and it will be based on the 2008 judgment, that is Supreme Court judgment, which has said that the admissions would be taken into consideration only on the merit and merit based only. So the bench had not or did not express any validity of the Tamil Nadu government order, which the Tamil Nadu has come up with an order on November 7 to provide 50% in-service quota in the super specialty medical courses. So definitely it did not talk about whether there is any kind of validity to the Tamil Nadu government GO, Tamil Nadu government or GO which it has passed on November 7th of providing 50% reservation for the in-service quota for the super specialty medical courses, but it has only said that it would ask the counseling or directed the counseling to go ahead with the admissions without the quota or reservation. And in regards to the Kerala, the court said that the state government was unable to implement, that is Kerala state government was unable to implement Kerala medical officers admissions to postgraduate courses under the Service Quota Act of 2008, and the Service Quota Act of 2008 and the Supreme Court verdict of 2008 very clearly says that the reservation should be based on the merit and the merit based only. But as per the Service Quota Act of 2008, it provides 40% reservation for the in-service doctors. So here in regards to the Tamil Nadu, it is 50% the government has given the reservation, and the Kerala has provided 40% reservation for the in-service doctors in super speciality courses. This is for the admission. So this you need to again focus in regards to the polity, that is providing reservation to the admissions to the postgraduate courses. And this was challenged by NEET qualified doctors, and the PG students had challenged the Tamil Nadu government order in regards to making sure that the reservation should not be provided to the in-service quota in super specialty medical courses, but it should be based on only the merit. So definitely this information is very important from again polity perspective. Reservation. This is in regards to the reservation, and Harika has joined. A warm welcome to you, Harika. And there is another news which talks about, or this is in regards to the environment or the kind of the flora and fauna which are plankton and then animal planktovorous. Definitely it is the analysis what we would be taking up in regards to this is that we would be focusing on the marine food chain. So this is a keyword. The keyword what we need to focus here is marine food chain, and sea sparkle is a keyword, that is sea sparkle has affected marine food chain, and this is said by CMFRI, that is Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute of Mangaluru, has said that there is a kind of sparkle which is being seen in the nights in the Karnataka coast of the Karnataka, and that sparkle is commonly known as sea sparkle, and that sea sparkle is because of the bloom of Noctiluca scintillans. So this Noctiluca scintillans are the one which are responsible for the sparkling of the sea in the nights, and this has witnessed, and this is been witnessed since a month in the coast of our Karnataka coast. Please do understand, I would repeat it once again, that a sparkle, a kind of sparkle is been seen or witnessed in the nights in the Karnataka coast. Why? Because of the Noctiluca scintillans, and this Noctiluca scintillans are commonly known as sea sparkles, and we will look at why this sparkling is taking place or a bright light is being witnessed. And this sea sparkle or the bloom of Noctiluca scintillans are responsible for displacing, or this sea sparkle has displaced or it has removed the microscopic algae, and this microscopic algae is called diatoms, and these microscopic algae or diatoms are responsible for, or it forms the basis for the marine food chain, and this because of the displacement of the or else removal of the microscopic algae, which is the base for the marine food chain, and because this marine food chain or the microscopic algae or the diatoms which is been displaced or removed, now this, because of the removal or absence of the microscopic algae, the food for the planktovorous fish is being deprived. That means there is shortage of food for the planktovorous fish. Please do understand the linking here. The linking here is definitely that the bloom, that means emergence of Noctiluca scintillans, which is called as sea sparkles, because of the emergence or the gradual increase of sea sparkle in the Karnataka coast, there is displacement of microscopic algae. So the reason why the microscopic algae or the diatoms are displaced is because of the emergence of Noctiluca scintillans, that is sea sparkles. And once the displacement of microscopic algae, that is diatoms, is taking place, what is happening is the food for planktovorous fish is being reduced. Why? Because the microscopic algae, that is diatoms, are the basis for the marine food chain. Please do understand, this is very crucial for the prelims and mains conceptual understanding, that how the marine food chain is being deprived or displaced, and which is the main form or the basis of the food for the planktovorous fish in the waters or in the Karnataka coast, and that is because of the growth of Noctiluca scintillans, and it is commonly known as sea sparkle. And this bioluminescent, that is, it is sparkling. Why does it sparkle? Because of the bioluminescent Noctiluca scintillans also brighten the sea water during night, and this is very crucial information what we are discussing for the prelims perspective, or even you can use it for the mains, how the marine food chain has been deprived in the Karnataka coast because of the bloom of Noctiluca scintillans, which is bioluminescent, and it brightens, or it is sparkling the entire sea water during the night, and the reason is Noctiluca scintillans. And not only it is the reason, or it is brightening, or it is sparkling the sea water, but the other side of it is that it is also depriving the food. It is also depriving the food, and it has displaced the microscopic algae. Please do link this news. This is very important. And this plankton bloom, that is the Noctiluca scintillans bloom or emergence, is reported when the density of plankton would be 1 lakh cells per cubic meter. So this and this could be the prelims questions for which among the following statements are incorrect in regards to the Noctiluca scintillans, which is commonly known as sea sparkles, which was witnessed in Karnataka coast recently or in the year 2020. So definitely do focus this for marine food chain. And this bioluminescence was the production of emission of light. So definitely there is emission of light by the living organism in the Noctiluca scintillans, and this emission of light, here again this is technicality we will look at. Why there is the brightness being seen in the sea waters during the night? Because of the Noctiluca scintillans, that is because of the emission of light. And how the emission of light is happening? Because it is happening by a living organism, and it is occurring, or it happens because of a chemical reaction. This is a technicality. The emission of light or the brightening of the sea waters during the night is because of the Noctiluca scintillans. And why it is happening is because of the living organism wherein there is a chemical reaction happening, and it is involved in light emitting molecule, and an enzyme. Please do understand. So there is a molecule and an enzyme which is been emitted because of the chemical reaction by a living organism, and that molecule and enzyme is called as luciferin and luciferase. Please do understand all this. Again, this for the prelims as well as for the mains short notes for your answer writing. The emission of light is because of the production of emission of light is because of a living organism, and wherein there is a chemical reaction which is taking place, and in the chemical reaction there involves a light emitting molecule and an enzyme which is called as luciferin and luciferase. And these blooms of Noctilucus scintillans is being witnessed on September 8, 2020, and it is also witnessed in September 2018 also along the Someshwar beach in Dakshina Kannada and also in Muthoot in Udupi. So these are the places wherein the light emitting or the sea sparkle is being witnessed not only in the year 2020, but it has been witnessed even in the year 2018 in Someshwara beach in Dakshina Kannada and Muthoot in Udupi. So this is again very crucial information wherein the sea sparkle has been witnessed not only in the year 2020 but also in the year 2018. And the importance that how we will also focus not only in regards to the brightening or the sparkling or the emission of light, but how this is, that is the Noctilucus scintillans, the sea sparkle is displacing the microscopic algae, how it is displacing and depriving the food for the planktovorous fish. We will look at now, because these blooms of Noctilucus scintillans are toxic, and these are linked to the massive fish and marine invertebrate which is killing. Why the sea sparkle is killing the marine fish and marine invertebrate is because it is toxic. Why it is toxic we will look at. And this is acting not only on plant but also on the animals, and this is toxic because it produces toxin. That is, the sea sparkle Noctilucus scintillans produce a toxin, and it was found, and this toxin is found to accumulate toxic levels of ammonia. So this toxin will accumulate the toxic levels of ammonia, which then excreted into the surrounding water. So it is accumulating the toxic levels of ammonia because these Noctilucus scintillans, that is sea sparkle, produces toxin. It is accumulating the ammonia, and once it accumulates ammonia, it is then excreted to the surrounding waters, and possibly, this is the emphasis I am making, possibly the acting, that is ammonia, is acting as a killing agent in the entire, the fish, the marine food chain system, which has been totally disturbed or displaced. So this, you have a very linking of why the Noctilucus scintillans is toxic blooms and the production of emission of light and the produce of toxin, that is ammonia, acting as a killing agent to the massive fish and marine invertebrate, and in toto it is affecting the marine food chain. Please do understand, this is the crucial analysis what we are doing in the DNA of the newspaper, that is today, for the mains perspective also in regards to the sea sparkle affecting the marine food chain. And there is another news which talks about Mizoram Assembly Speaker disqualifies Lalduhama. So we will look at this. Probably this could be a very important information for the prelims perspective, because Lalduhama is the India's first member of parliament to have been disqualified from Lok Sabha and now he is been disqualified as an MLA from Mizoram. So definitely this is a very crucial information for prelims as well as mains examination, that in regards to anti-defection law 10th schedule, which it is placed as per the 10th schedule anti-defection law, you can add this point, that is Laldu Homa, who is the India's first member of parliament and an MLA to be disqualified as a member of parliament, and now he is being disqualified as an MLA in Mizoram state, and the Mizoram Assembly Speaker has debarred Laldu Homa from the house and he has been disqualified. He has been disqualified on the ground that he has declared himself as a representative of a political party called as Zoram People's Movement. Please do understand, he has been disqualified on the ground by the Speaker of the Mizoram as the member of assembly in the Mizoram State Assembly. Based on that, he has, based on the declaration he has made that he is the representative of ZPM, but actually he has been elected as an independent candidate from a constituency in Mizoram called as Z-Ship, and this Z-Ship constituency, which wherein he has won as an MLA, is not on the party called as Zoram People's Movement Party, but he has won or he has been elected as an independent candidate. So please do understand that declaration is very important. Declaration is important. Declaration while you are filing your nomination, and then how you are still being treated as an people's representative on one political party or X or Y political party. Here in this case, Laldu Homa has been elected as an independent candidate, but he has declared that he has been representing the ZPM, that is Zoran People's Movement, and based on this ground, the Mizoram Assembly Speaker has disqualified the MLA of Mizoram, Laldu Homa, and he is the first member of parliament to have been disqualified, and now he has been disqualified even as an MLA. So please do understand, the first member of parliament and the MLA to be disqualified is from which among the following states? Is from Mizoram, and the name is Laldu Homa. So this is a person, and he has lost the character of an independent legislator because of the declaration. Who is saying this? The Speaker of Mizoram Silo has made it very clear that the MLA Laldu Homa has lost the character of an independent legislator because he has declared that he has won on, or he was a representative of ZPM, Zoram People's Movement, and in the year 1988 he has been disqualified as an MP under the anti-defection law. Again, this is the keyword from perspective from polity. So anti-defection law 10th schedule is the one which you need to focus, and the prelims point of view, first MP and MLA to be disqualified is Laldu Homa from Mizoram, and he has been elected as an MP in the year 1984 from the Congress I party, and later on he has formed the Mizo National Union and later merged the Mizo National Union with the regional party, that is Mizoram People's Convention, and later on again he has joined the Mizo National Front, but again he has broken, he has moved out of the Mizo National Front and formed a new party called as Mizo Nationalist Party, and this is why, as he was elected on an independent candidate, but he has declared that he has been as a representative of Zoran National Party, and thereby he has lost the character of being an independent legislator because of his declaration has been said by the Speaker of Mizoram Xylo and then he has been disqualified. So here the important thing what you need to focus the keywords is anti-defection law, disqualification, and that he has been debarred, he has been disqualified as a first MP and also as an MLA, and he is from Mizoram, and the speaker who has disqualified him is Zailu. So definitely I hope this session was very informative, knowledgeable one, useful for prelims as well as mains examinations, and I would say a very big thank you and a good luck to you all. And then do maintain consistency, stick to your schedule and take care of your physical health and mental health. And do like the video, share the video and subscribe the video. That is AKS IAS Academy English Medium YouTube channel. And then visit AKS IAS Academy website and also subscribe the Telegram link of AKS IAS Academy, that is Advanced Knowledge System. And I would see you again at 7:30 AM on Monday for the daily news analysis. And I would say a very big thank you to all and a happy weekend. But do make sure that you are optimally utilizing your weekend for any kind of revisions also. Thank you very much.